So I was scrolling through Instagram the other day and found this really weird invention. It was a fifth wheel that'll help you parallel park. Once I saw it, I just knew I needed this on my car right now. In fact, everyone should probably have this on their cars. I mean, why not, right? If you saw this today, you would probably confuse it for a spare tire, but it actually made parallel parking significantly easier and faster. Or at least it appeared to. This got me thinking, why isn't this invention on every car by now? We still parallel park and many of us continue to do it poorly. It seems like a great idea, so where'd it go? In the early 1930s, decades after cars were being mass-produced, inventor Brooks Walker created the fifth wheel. With just a simple flick of the button on the car's dashboard, a wheel at the back would be released, allowing the car to move from left to right. And according to this video, it looked like it made parallel parking infinitely easier.
Fifth wheel. His fifth wheel aimed sideways, and with it you could sneak into the tightest hole.
And if you don't know who Brooks Walker is, don't worry, neither do I really. The first Google search of him reveals a type of running shoes. If you actually want to learn more about the guy, you have to Google Brooks Walker inventor. And even then, there's hardly any information out there on him. All we really do know for sure is he seemed to invent things. An issue from 1952 of Life magazine, which featured the fifth wheel invention, described Walker as a California lumberman. So there's that. You can't even find any images of the guy except the still from this video. Walker had over 30 patents before he died, ranging from car modifications to luggage solutions he was trying to find. But out of these 30 or so patents, none of them really took off. The one he was closest to making happen was with the fifth wheel. A patent for the device was filed on March 21st, 1932, but it took Walker over 20 years to finally make it from California to Detroit to pitch the idea to car manufacturers. Unfortunately, they didn't like the idea. The wheel took up the entire trunk and it would cost $175, which would be over $1,600 today. This would be a pretty hefty add-on to a car considering the average price of them at the time was around $1,700. So the manufacturers didn't want it. Walker even made modifications to it the next year to make it more compact, no longer needing it to take up the entire trunk. But manufacturers still said no, and we aren't exactly sure why. It's almost shocking an invention like this was never iterated on to at least be in some cars at the time. Maybe it's because Americans weren't parallel parking as often. 1950s America was during a time of suburbia, where people had big driveways to park in and large office parking lots. Parallel parking just wasn't as common. So maybe car manufacturers thought it was an interesting invention that was destined to be obsolete. But Brooks Walker continued to believe in the idea, working on it up until the 1970s until he eventually passed away.